Alright guys, got another deck profile, Chain Burn. Pretty, I don't really know if it's standard, but you might recognize it, you might not. But just hear us out. First we have 3 polydualities. The deck really doesn't special summon except for Battle Fader, and that's going to be on your opponent's turn, so this card is a must. 3 poison to the old man. Very good. You may be about to get your ass kicked, so you might need to use the effect of getting the 1200 back, or you want to take 800 on your opponent. Obviously you're going to more than likely take the 800 on your opponent. But the biggest thing you got to realize with this card is it isn't always the 800, it's the fact that it's going to be a chain link card. So you want it just to be activated, so that's why it's a must, because it's a quick play. Then Chain Strike, a big champion of the deck, has to be activated chain 4 or higher.
Chain 2 or higher.
Or chain 2 or higher, sorry. Yeah. And it does, what is it, 400 damage for everyone, I think. But anyways, if you don't know how this card works, then you're probably just a little bit new into the game. But it's basically the mainstay of the deck, one of the mainstays. Just desserts. Inflict 500 points of total of damage to your opponent for each monster on your opponent's side of the field. So, you know, your opponent's about to go off for game, and you're down to 2,000 life points, but they're down to 2,000 life points. They have 4 on the field. Flip this over, game over. Unless they have Solemn Judgment, but who really cares? It's a fun deck. You're not going to be playing this really for competitively. It's just going to be to screw around with. Threatening War, you can't be attacked because you have nothing to really sustain attacks. Next we have Secret Barrel, another big mainstay of the deck. First turn, set this, and then let your opponent go. I mean, that's 20 or oh gosh, 1200 damage. Sorry.
Is late.
Then we got 3 Jar of Greed, another card. You need cards to be coming to your hand so you can get those burns off, and you need cards to be chainable, which this is. Gets that chain link higher. Fairy Wind. Fairy Wind, activated last in the chain. It destroys all the ones that have been activated, and your opponent takes 500 damage for each of them. It's a very good card. Activated at chain 5 or whatever. Destroys the first 4 and itself, or I don't know if it destroys itself.
No,
it doesn't destroy itself. So your opponent takes 2,000 and or whatever they have on the field. Accumulated Fortune. Whoa, sorry. Sorry about that. I don't even know what this card does.
Chain link 4 or higher, you draw 2 cards. Can't activate it if there's cards with multiple name in the chain.
Again, so you want this card to be activated in a high chain, and all it is you're going to activate this usually with your Fairy Wind or your Chain Strike. You're going to get the effect of this guy off, and you're going to get the damage taken. So you're going to get the 2 cards, you're going to get the 2 card plus, and you're going to let your opponent take damage. So it's a big plus. Legacy of Yatagarasu, again another draw card and another card that can be chained. Just getting that chain link up. Magic Cylinder, very funny. When you set this card, your opponent attacks for 2,300 damage, and you flip this over, and they're going, well, do I Solemn Judgment, take 4,000, or do I take the 2,300? So they take the 2,300. It's a very funny card, but it works.
Or like the dude of the locals that flipped over a Magic Cylinder on me when I had a monster at 5,200 attack. They screwed me up with it.
I mean, a lot of people play Dimension Walls too, which it's just your preference. Dimension Wall is good too. The thing about Dimension Wall is I think you have to have no monsters on the field to take it. Like, if you have a monster on the field, you're not going to take any battle damage, I think, or something like that. But anyway, Ceasefire is a really good card. Just 500 damage for each effect monster on the field. Other than Dino Rabbit, nobody runs normal monsters, so it gets a lot of damage in there. A Trio, special summon 3 to your opponent's side of the field whenever they're destroyed. The opponent takes 300 damage, I think.
Yeah.
Again, it's a card that is chained, and it also just clogs your opponent's field up, so it limits the amount of 1-turn kills chances your opponent has.
Trio goes well with the Just Desserts.
Yes, and that's
to make sure you activate the trio after you activate desserts.
Reckless Greed, again, you need to get more cards in your hand to draw. You need to get the burn cards, and you need to get more draw cards. And it's another card that can be chained to. Very good. And then we finally, you're probably wondering, where's all the monsters? We run 4 monsters. Morphing Jar. Once you've basically shot your load at your opponent, you need to reload your hand. And this comes in very handy, and with the stuff in this deck, it does get in your hand a lot more often than you think. And then we got 3 battle faders. That way we, first of all, stops battle phase, and it keeps something on the field just in case if you don't draw anything, and that way you can take a hit, you know. But that's it for that. It's just a fun deck, very cheap to build, probably costs 10-12 bucks if you get it from somebody who isn't wanting full value for every common and everything. Very fun deck to run. But anyways, there's many chain burn decks, so don't look at this and go, oh, it's not like mine, so it sucks. You know, it's just, if it's whatever you want to play, and that's the gist of this game. So anyways, that's it.